All right, let's connect some dots. We're going to look at 4 headlines that seem totally unrelated. One from Google, one from the world of crypto, another from Elon Musk, and a final one from South Korea's biggest messaging app. Stick with me because by the end, you'll see exactly how they all tie together to show us where tech is headed next.
Okay, so let's start with a real head-scratcher, the Google Pixel phone. You know the drill. Every year, Google rolls it out with a big, flashy event, but it just doesn't sell. It barely makes a ripple. So you have to ask, why would a company that lives and breathes data keep pouring millions into a product that, by any normal sales metric, looks like a total flop?
Well, it's because this was never really about selling phones. It's not about going head-to-head with Apple or Samsung. This is about a much, much bigger game. It's a long-term play, where the phone isn't the prize, it's just the key to a much larger kingdom.
I mean, just look at the numbers. They really tell the story. The Pixel's market share is tiny, a mere 0.3% of the entire global market. For perspective, Samsung's up at 23%, Apple's at nearly 12%. The Pixel isn't even in the same ballpark. It's not even playing the same sport.
And here's the kicker. Google isn't even hiding it. Their own VP in charge of the Pixel has said, flat out, that the phone isn't supposed to be some giant business. So this isn't some secret failure they're embarrassed about. No, this is all part of the plan.
So what is the plan? It's all about this idea called the flywheel effect. The Pixel isn't the product, it's the engine. It's designed to kickstart this massive self-reinforcing loop for Google's real goal, making its AI Gemini the absolute, undisputed king of AI on your phone.
Think of the Pixel as Google's personal laboratory. It's a testbed. They use that small, passionate user base to try out their wildest, most cutting-edge AI features. Once they nail a feature on the Pixel, they push it out to the 3 billion Android devices out there in the world. This creates a feedback loop so massive that every single time someone uses an Android phone, Gemini gets a little bit smarter. It builds a moat around their AI that's almost impossible for anyone else to cross. So the Pixel isn't failing. It's the tip of the spear.
All right, story number 2. This one tackles a huge fundamental problem that's been holding crypto back for years, which is how do you actually spend it? You know, at a coffee shop or a grocery store? It's been the biggest roadblock to crypto going truly mainstream.
So it all kicked off with this super mysterious ad that popped up in New York from the crypto exchange Gemini. It just said, prepare your bags. Now, if you're in the crypto world, you know that's code for get ready, something big is about to happen. And the rumor mill just exploded with one idea, a real, usable crypto credit card. And the solution they came up with is actually brilliant in its simplicity. It's a team-up between Ripple, Gemini, and Mastercard. You just use the card, like any other card. But behind the scenes, the moment you tap to pay, the exact amount of your XRP crypto is instantly converted into dollars. The merchant never even sees the crypto. They just get paid, plain and simple. It's a perfect, invisible bridge between these two different financial worlds.
And this card fits into a much bigger trend we're seeing right now, which is all about making crypto actually useful for normal people. For a long time, Ripple was all about big banks and huge international payments. But now you're seeing projects like Remitix pop up, which are focused squarely on you and me, offering things like easy, low-fee transfers straight to a bank account. The whole goal is to shift crypto from being just a speculative investment to being a functional currency you can use every day.
Okay, on to our third story, and this one comes from Elon Musk. He just announced what might be his most provocative idea yet. And, you know, coming from him, that is really saying something.
He announced that he's building a company called Macrohard, and the goal? To create a software company that is run entirely by AI. He even says it right there. The name is a joke, but the project is 100% real.
So you have to wonder, right? Is this just a classic Musk troll, a funny jab at Microsoft? Or is there actually something more going on here?
Well, it turns out it is absolutely not a joke. Public records show that his company, XAI, filed the official trademark for the name Macrohard a full 3 weeks before he ever mentioned it online. This was a planned move. This is a serious project.
And the vision is pretty wild. He wants to build a company staffed by AI engineers. The idea is to have the AI handle the entire process of making software, from the initial design to writing the code to shipping the final product. And they're starting with something incredibly complex, video games. This is a direct attempt to prove that, for a lot of jobs, human software developers might not be essential anymore.
All right, for our last piece of the puzzle, we're heading over to South Korea. There's a huge corporate war brewing over something we all use constantly, our messaging apps. But this isn't a fight about new emojis or features. This is a fight for control over your inbox.
And the stakes are huge. We're talking about a market worth 1.5 trillion won. That's well over $1 billion US. At its heart, this is a fight over who gets to send you ads and what rules they have to play by.
So here's where it gets messy. Kakao, which is the dominant messaging app there, launched a new service for advertisers. But a consumer group did a survey and found a major problem. A whopping 70% of users couldn't even tell the difference between a useful notification, like your package has been delivered, and a straight-up advertisement.
This has basically turned into a three-way tug of war. You've got the old-school SMS industry saying Kakao is breaking privacy rules. You've got Kakao firing back saying, nope, we have users' consent and people trust us more anyway. And then, caught right in the middle, you have consumer groups saying that people are confused and feel like their consent is being twisted.
Okay, so, a phone that's secretly an AI data gatherer, a credit card that makes crypto disappear, an AI company that wants to replace people, and a war over ads that look like messages. What in the world do these four things have to do with each other?
The connection is one big, powerful idea: grand integration. What we're seeing in every one of these stories is a strategic push to make complex technology both invisible and absolutely essential. It's about weaving these systems so deeply into the fabric of our lives that we just stop noticing them. The AI on your phone becomes just another helpful feature. The crypto payment becomes just a normal swipe of a card. The software just appears, and the ad is just another message.
And that leaves us with one final and really crucial question to think about. As all this tech gets smarter and more integrated, as it moves from being a tool we choose to use to being the invisible infrastructure all around us, who really holds the power? And more importantly, who benefits the most from that next big move?